What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another Jack Games original video. Today we have for you Darkrai. Yes, a very fun deck. If you're talking about one-shotting Pokemon, there's no deck that does it better than this guy. Literally insane the numbers you're going to be hitting with this if you do it right. And hopefully they don't interrupt you, which is the only sad part. That's why this isn't meta. Again, sadly anti-meta, because he does really good against Mew. Any dark deck is gonna clat Mew, so he's definitely up there just because of that alone. But sadly, it takes him a little long to set up, maybe. So I don't know. But we're gonna run through it anyways. This is still an insanely fun deck that if you haven't tried it, it's cheap and very fun. So we'll go ahead and get into the deck profile. I'll stop rambling. We're running 3 Darkrai V. And if you've seen it in my deck profiles, I think 3 is the perfect number. 4 just always feels so cloggy. You're always gonna end up seeing this. I never have troubles whiffing on basics. Like, you'll be fine. 3 is fine. You're gonna have your basic Pokeball. You'll grab it. So its attacks don't really matter because we're not gonna be using them if everything goes right. We're running 3 Darkrai V-Star. So I know if you watch some of the other videos that we've done here at Jack Games, you'll know I usually like a 3-2 ratio, but 3-3 on this one in particularly because Darkrai V-Star is your only killer. Like, he needs to be out, and like, cause they're gonna be killing him. So you got to make sure you have another one to keep bringing out, because you might even use the third one. I've had games where I've had to use the third. But anyways, we'll get into his ability. So his Star Abyss says that you get to grab 2 items from your discard pile and add them to your hand. That's your once per game ability. So I'll show you some options that we're going to have later on in the deck. But his attack says he does 30 damage for each dark energy attached to all of your Pokemon, plus 30. So I'm not going to lie to you, I've hit easily over 300. Like, the strongest Pokemon in the game is like, what, 330, 340 or something? This guy is easily going to hit over 400 if you're playing it right. Like, disgusting numbers, disgusting. Like, once this guy's set up, it's game. It's just nasty. So how are we gonna hit those numbers, you ask, right? Because it's gonna take forever to recharge 1 energy at a time. So we're running 1, 2, 3 coughing. So he doesn't really do anything too good. You know, search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon. I mean, if you get him for your starter, you know, it is what it is. You play him, and then if you have to attack, cool, evolve for free. 3 of him, and then we're running 2 Galarian Weezings. I'm definitely debating upping 3 of him because a lot of people are going to try to kill this guy, but that's why you don't want to like rely on him so heavy. Like, I'll give you a strat once we get a little bit later on to the deck profile, but what this Galarian Weezing does says for each basic dark energy attached to your Pokemon that have Weezing in their name, so him, it provides 2 dark energy. So now for every energy under him for your Darkrai, instead of only being worth 30, now it's worth 60. So this, my friends, is how we're going to hit those crazy numbers. Then, of course, Crobat V, love-hate relationship. But you gotta draw cards, and Crobat V just helps so much. I just hate, like, this card, I really went 50-50 specifically on this deck, because everything in your bench should really be getting energy, you know, but sometimes you need to draw, and that's what you gotta do. So 2 Crobat Vs. Then we're gonna go ahead and run Moltres. Literally insane, because he's gonna go ahead and just grab an energy from your drop and put it in your hand, or put it on him. So now he is technically another attacker if like it gets that bad, but like, he's really just there to keep ramping in energy for free for your Darkrai. So super busted. I run a 1 of Galarian Moltres. I like this, but honestly, debating taking it out because it's cool. Like, you get to ramp 2 energy from your hand, but like, realistically, he's a nice, like, maybe he can swing at the end, I know, but I don't know. For me, I don't really have 2 energy in my hand most of the time to even use that effect, so he's good, really, really good if your opponent has like 5 prizes off you, because he's going to one-shot anything. Radiant, I know water Pokemon, but he is very useful in this deck. You need to get Dark Energy in your drop, and now you're going to pitch a Dark Energy and draw 2. So just works so well with the whole theme of the deck. So good. And now we'll go ahead and get into the basic stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who saw that coming, right? Quick Ball, so good. Pitch a card, grab a basic, grab your Coughing, Crobat, Moltres, Darkrai, Radiant. That's such a busted card. I don't know many decks that aren't running it at 4. Ultra Ball, super good. We need to see our Darkrai V-Star. We need to see our Weezing, so we need this card. And like I said, it even helps because, you know, maybe we need to get rid of the cards in our hand so we can draw with Crobat, or we just need to get energy in the drop, you know? Energy in the drop for our Dark Patch. Yeah, who didn't see that card coming, right? It's a Dark deck. So do not be mistaken. This card says attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. Do not start this guy in your active mode. I mean, well, actually, no, he's fine to start in your active mode. My bad. So literally, like, you could start with him in your active because he only needs 2 energy to attack, right? No big deal. Not like you need to really use it to ramp. But you want to use your Dark Patches so wisely, because if you're just throwing them down willy-nilly on your Galarian Weezing, they're gonna boss's order this guy and kill him, right? Which is cool for you because you're like, you know, he's a 1 prize, or it is what it is. But don't just throw these on. Like, when you need to put Dark Patch on your Galarian Weezing to hit those numbers, then do it. But until then, like, try and spread out the love, you know what I'm saying? Don't put everything on this Galarian because they'll bosses order him up, I promise you. Then we're running 4 Trekking Shoes, so good because it literally just throws that Dark Energy into the drop for us. You look at the top card, you want it, add it to your hand. If not, put it to the discard pile. We love turboing through our deck. Name of the game, see your whole deck in 2 turns. Oh yeah, don't that look nice? $3 on TCG, baby. Worth every penny. So what Experience Share does is when your active Pokemon is knocked out, you get to put an energy from that Pokemon onto whatever Pokemon this card's attached to. So say they knock out our Darkrai, right? He has 2 energy. Say we have our Moltres and like a Weezing out, right? These are your ideal EXP shares. Maybe like the Weezing or the Crobat especially. Like Crobat's 2 prizes, but I doubt they're gonna attack for this guy because he's not an issue against people in this deck. They might try to go for your Weezing, but he's a 1 prizer. The best one to put this EXP share on, Radiant. Because now every time you lose 2 energy, when they kill your Darkrai, now, boom, you didn't lose any energy. Experience share, so busted. So now we're gonna go on, we'll go Choice Belt. Do we really need it? You know, but it doesn't hurt. Now we're really hitting for 400. Nasty. Boss's orders, we're running 3. We want to make sure we're targeting their 2 prizers, their 3 prizers, because we don't want a 1 prize. If we're smacking them for like 350, 400, we want the 350, 400 prize worth equivalent. They got to give us 2 or 3 prizes. So we're running 3 bosses. We're running Marnie. You know, she's good. We like messing with their hands. We run a 2 of Professor Research, just a busted card in general. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. We're running 2 Training Court because we are pitching so much energy so fast. We want to make sure we have energy to grab back for Radiant. We want to make sure we have energy to grab back just to charge for turn, because I know we're going to be playing a lot of energy from our drop, but want to make sure we still have something to play for turn. And then we will be running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, I'm pretty sure. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 energy. Yep. So just mandatory, honestly. We between all the pitching with Radiant and all the pitching we're gonna probably be doing with the Ultra Ball to get him in the drop for Dark Patch, like 12 like decks that you need to put energy in the drop. I always usually do about 12, 10 normal decks, 12 decks that you gotta pitch energy. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Literally insane. Give it a try. If you've never hit a 400 attack on a Pokemon before, it's amazing. You'll definitely you'll love it. I'm telling you. So, give it a try, and